Hey, what's up, guys? Kind of started on the T-Bird project a little bit of doing the paint, and we'll see how it goes. You know, I'm definitely a novice when it comes to paint. I have painted a few cars in the past. They did turn out good. They weren't show quality, but they turned out good. So I'm just trying to up my game just a little bit from the last time. That's kind of my mindset. I'm lucky my car is straight. Doesn't have really any dents. If it does, they're well hidden. So I think after careful consideration, I think I'm just going to stay to white. And I think where this blue line up is at, I think I'm going to basically respray. All the clear was coming off. I imagine the bottom half I'll have to do soon too. But this is a practice run, so I'm kind of anticipating I'm at some point going to pay someone to repaint my car. But I'm hoping not. I'm hoping I can pull it off. But either way, hey, we got options, right? So if you're not a part of the Arizona Thunderbird Club and you're in Phoenix or Arizona, please join. I'm trying to kick that off for parts resources. If you're selling or buying parts, if you're selling or buying cars, T-Bird only, that's the rule, you know, hey. But join us. So I'll show you what I've done so far. I got a long way to go. The tape is more along the lines of a reference line. I've been debating doing two-tone. So if you guys think, hey, you know, maybe Nick should paint his T-Bird blue two-tone or white two-tone or any which color, comment below. I'm curious. I'm really curious. And then show you what I got. Okay, so I recognize a mess when I can make one, and I've definitely made one here. But if you're looking at the car, the bottom paint is actually in remarkable shape. So for right now, I'm gonna be the guy that just paints the top half, and I think I'm okay with it. I taped the line. I'm gonna follow this body line. I had a couple spots where there was dings, so I'm trying to feather those out. One of the rules, it sounds like, now mind you, I'm a novice, so I'm only as good as what I've learned so far, but what I have noticed is people try to keep a 1/4 inch gap around layers when they're trying to blend. That's something I've been trying to do, but like in this case, I'm way off kilter. But you can see the multiple layers. And I have seen where they've said you want to kind of give a little bit of distance in between each one of these layers to kind of feather it out. So that was one thing I kind of learned about. I also learned trying to avoid mistakes like this. That will most likely show unless I keep blending it out. I also need to take all my chrome off still. I'm just being not excited to do all that. So I have started to sand, and I've already kind of created some spots that are going to need, I need to look at the body line, make sure I'm not creating little waves here, because clearly that's lower than here, right? But there was like a big ding here from maybe a rock or something that started small, but the more I tried to feather it out, the bigger it got. I think that's the way to properly do it. You can see back here where I'm still catching up, there's still some clear. I will tell you this, the sanding process takes a long time. It's very slow. I'm sure there's other ways to do it, but I am not using extremely aggressive sandpaper because I would rather it take a bunch of time and have a nice blend than have a bunch of scars. So what I'm using right now is 220. I do have 180. I use the 180 a little bit up here where I'll show you. I taped off the windows just to keep the dust down and everything for right now. The roof was pink. Not a fan. Whoever did that to my car. I'm just hoping it's some sweet old lady or something, so I can't be mad. But anyway, I've sanded this pink, started getting most of it off. Below that looks like a layer of purple, and then below that layer of white. So this is the slowest process yet, because idiot me practiced with clear coat on the roof, and I'm having to sand off my own work. But you know what? That's how you learn. So this doesn't look that good because it's got a bunch of purple dust from up here, but this is actually what I painted practicing, and it turned out okay. I've got to still sand all the back here. I got a ton of sanding left to do. We'll just put that out there right now. But I think if I follow this body line and I try to get a close match on a white, I'm thinking it's going to look good. I got to tape off all this stuff still. But I am just using my orbital sander. If any of you watching this and you're painters, or you know tips or tricks, throw them my way. I gladly take them. I'm just kind of learning as I go. So like I said, I've painted a few cars. They've turned out okay. They weren't show cars, but realistically, this is my little cruiser. This is my relive high school car. So it just needs to look okay. I'd like it to look perfect, but I'm just going to do my best and kind of go from there. I even debated painting it that red like my poster up there, but it's probably not going to happen. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Tips, if you've painted cars or you know good tips, comment below. This is one of those projects I just want to do myself and just kind of see how good I can do myself before I realize if I'll ever do it again or if I'll keep doing it. The last few cars I've painted in the past, I could have spent a lot more time on and I didn't, and they turned out pretty good. So, you know, the paint actually never even came off the whole time I had them. So we'll see how it goes. I think I know the basic fundamentals, but there's a lot of stuff I'm just not sure on. Like number one, how far do I really need to go down? That's a big question I have, because I got clear and it looks like 2 layers of white. On the roof I've got 2 layers of white and purple and pink. I know, but you know, my question is, do I really got to take it all the way down? There's a layer of brown. The car was originally brown. Not happening. I'm not doing brown. So do I got to go to that? That seems to be the consensus. But then the tough part is, you know, it's a ton of sanding. It takes a ton of patience, because the little bit that I've done took me a long time, and it hardly looks like I made it scratch. So comment below if you got tips. Otherwise, we'll just see how this thing goes. You know, it's like the dash. I took the dash out of this car. It scared the daylights out of me. This is all foreign. And I did it and put it back together. Works great. Looks great. So I'm hoping it's that project. But we'll see. I mean, like I said, if it sucks, then I'll just save up, pony up, and have someone else paint it. But let me know what you guys think. Thanks, guys.